out of that battle. But the longer they're in it, the more hope Leicester and Ipswich are going to get. And I don't know why I'm commentating this like it's the F1 race. And now a lot of people are actually going off of the softs. There's a couple on the softs still. As lights out, lights is still actually on. But now we go. Hopefully no one dies in the first corner. Is that 3 wide? As Matteo, or Matt Ben, tries to compete with Leon, or Basic Beetle. I'm referring to their Discord names now. As Matt Ben is on the inside. Will he get the move? Does force Basic Beetle. A little bit off. But now Matt Ben is in the lead. What a start from the Mercedes driver. And actually, these front few not really got away. That was just a mistake. Towards the back, no one's dead. No one has died, which is very, very welcome. No one has spun. Everyone's still in that pack, and Matt Ben is actually away. He's out of DRS from Basic Beetle. What a start from the Mercedes driver. Basic Beetle now gets a bit of distance to TXT and Kelston and Daniel, who are all battling very closely as Kelston loses a position to TXT. Again, no one's out. Ashton now at the bottom with Billy Cow. This goes too wide on the final corner. TXT is almost out of the DRS of Basic Beetle. We're going to get some of this up now. Basic Beetle on the hards. Matteo. I'll call him Matteo or Matt Ben. We'll see. Let's go back. There is a gap that's formed. That top 5, or not the top 5, the top 4 are gone. As it's almost. Oh, BT clips Daniel and he goes way off now, and he's going to lose quite a few positions. As CSR Wolf slams into. Is it CSR Wolf? I think it was CSR Wolf slams into Brewdog, or was it? I don't even know. CSR Wolf slammed into someone. Well, he was least involved. But Matteo has got out of the DRS early, nice and early, and now he's on the mediums. He will be looking to just escape Basic Beetle, Kelston, and TXT. As you can see quickly, Keegan from right at the back really gained 8 positions. TTV Blue Dragon on the hards up to 11th, not bad at all from him. And BT's gone up a couple of positions. The big losers, Mr. L's lost 3 positions, and then those right at the back, Heidi Bobs, maybe he was the one that, I don't even know, that might have been involved with CSR, but CSR was definitely involved, and he has dropped a couple of positions as well. Brewdog probably cut the corner there, and now he's lost 2 positions. Too wide here. Side by side. Speedy forced. Just about stays on the track. Keegan forced to back out. And now Speedy's not in the DRS of PT. Now he slightly is. As someone's off. TTV Blue Dragon's off. And he's put right at the back of the grid as Kelston gets the move done on Basic Beetle. On the back straight. As Ryan tries to go around the outside with Keegan, who just shuts it off. But now he tries to go around the inside of Keegan. And he gets the exit. And he gets the exit speed and gets the move done. 5 positions gained now for Ryan in the Williams. Doesn't have any ERS left. And apologies. Xbox Park decided it was going to disconnect. There are some groups forming now, not necessarily packs, but groups. Mr. L is fighting absolutely no one. TXT and Kelston battling. As Kelston loses a position to Basic Beetle in DRS, as we will now switch to the tyre compound as Kelston and BT and Ryan and Reesmax should look to gain a lot of time and positions. I think Speedy's just gone through 2 drivers there. As what has happened, Ryan has lost it as TC Blue Dragon's now on mediums. He'd expected to do a 2-stop now. He's got to do a 2-stop. Realistically had wing damage. Obviously I didn't see the collision, but he expected to have wing damage if he's going to be pitting lap 4 onto the mediums. Hards would have struggled to make it the full length of the race. But you got to say now TC Blue Dragon's looking for a safety car. Kelson and TXT are battling. Basic Beetle is not actually losing much time to Matt Ben now. He's out the DRS, but he is also, you know, staying within 2 seconds. Matt Ben, he needs to get a lot more of a gap if he wants to win this race. As Kelson and TXT could maybe lose DRS to Basic Beetle if they're not careful. As Basic Beetle is almost in the DRS of Matt Ben. TXT and Kelson really battling. So much so that Mr. L is not far off the DRS either. BT on the soft, slightly further back. As Ryan pits onto the hards. That is a strategy I would have deployed. Try and last as long as possible on the hards. Kelston. He has got to be aware that his tyres are going to fall off within the next 5-6 laps. He's not going to be able to get the move done on TXT just yet. And they are both out of the DRS of Basic Beetle. They're falling back by, I mean, seemingly going side by side on every corner. You expect a soft hard. You expect most of these drivers to go into the hards. Yeah, the more Kelson and TXT battle, the more time they're going to lose. And especially on those softer compounds than Basic Beetle and Mr. L. They're going to lose out quite heavily. And now they're not battling, they're almost within the DRS of Basic Beetle once again. Seaside Wolf got clipped by Golden Sniper. As further up, Daniel gets a move done on BT. The softs have a very short lifespan, so BT and Kelson need to get moves done immediately. So far though, Kelson is just sitting in the DRS of TXT, who's in the DRS of Basic Beetle. And if Basic Beetle can get into the DRS of Matt Ben, that can really cause some chaos at the start of this Tier 5 Round 1. He's so close to being within the DRS. I don't think he is in the DRS. Now TXT and Kelson are going to slowly gain, and Mr. L is now miles behind. Probably due to the fact that TXT and Kelson have just been working together here to catch up to the pack. And now Basic Beetle has got the DRS on Matt X Ben. This is all great news for Basic Beetle. Yeah, Matt Benner's got no. He's trying to save up the ERS. Probably going to defend on a. Oh, he is struggling. This does mean that Basic Beetle, if you can get the move done early, then Matt Ben can hold TXT and Kelston up. Basic Beetle dives down the inside. It's going to make the move stick. Looks like it. But now, Matt Ben with that charged ERS, he should be able to get the move done on the straight. Kelston's DRS will help him stay with this front pack. And now this is definitely turning out to be a pack. As Basic Beetle has no ERS, he's trying to use all of it with the scraps he's got left. And now Matt Ben is going to get Basic Beetle. He's going to defend. Matt Ben keeps the position, bit of contact. Goes a little bit too deep. But now this is going to be very, very interesting. As Basic Beetle rides the curb and it will allow TXT to get the move done. Almost. Sniper gets a penalty. TXT, I mean, Matt Ben has escaped a little bit. Basic Beetle gets 3 seconds for cutting the track, and now he loses the position to Kelston. All he needs to do is just slot in here and take the DRS, because the other drivers are on softer tyres, and although they're going to start wearing, Basic Beetle with DRS should still stay clear of the other hard runner of Mr. L, who is now being attacked by his teammate Speedy. Doesn't quite get the best corner. Will be in DRS still. And just behind them, side by side, BT in the Mercedes and Haley Bob's, maybe not side by side anymore, as BT gets into P8. You'd expect that to drop to P9 after the straight. So we'll go back to the front. It's Tinker. TXT's goes flying as BT pits off the softs. Going to be onto the hards. What's going on here? Speedy gets Dano as well. So Speedy is speeding around the track. Obviously, pun intended. As hold up, Mr. L goes for a send absolutely nowhere. Miles back, he goes for a send down the inside on two drivers. It does mean that he is going to be the driver that loses the most out of that. Crazy decision for Mr. L, I must say. Just as his teammate is battling with Daniel. If I'm not mistaken, maybe, yeah. That means that Speedy just about stays in the DRS of Daniel. Kelston, I didn't realise this. Kelston now at the back of this pack. Well, this stuff's really going to start feeling it now. Basic Beetle, the only one with a penalty in the front pack. Matt Ben with all the ERS in the world, however. So he'll be looking to keep that position. Does Kelston go to the pits? He does, and so does Matt Ben. No one gets 10-second penalty. Now Basic Beetle, this is sort of when the tide's going to start changing. If Beetle can keep consistent and stay within the DRS of TXT, he could be set for this race. But also Matt, Ben and Kelston can work together here. Now on fresh hards. Speedy trying to stay in the DRS of Daniel. The medium runners might feel their tyres wearing a little bit right now. Still won't be too bad. BT is on a 2-stop. We have someone on a 2-stop, ladies and gentlemen. Well, BT and TCV Blue Dragon will both be on 2 stops. Will BT get fastest lap? As he chases down Will Ashton Army. With Blue Dragon just behind, we've got 2 stoppers right next to each other. BT will be the quickest for the time being. He's going to look to go down the inside of Ashton. He's using a lot of ERS. BT goes for the move. Ashton pulls out. Pulls out heavily, but it doesn't mean that he'll now get the DRS. And now, I thought that was Beetle for a second. TXT now pits off the mediums. 19 laps on the hards. It's going to be a long and hard, obviously pun intended again, long and hard stint. He's going to be on the softs. TXT's going for a 2-stopper. He had the pace away from Basic Beetle. Maybe he's not worried about Basic Beetle. He's actually instead worried about Matt, Ben, and Kelston. And he's going to come out just with them. And 2-stopper's not the option. It really isn't. He's on the mediums, now the softs. When he goes soft, when he go medium, soft, medium. Either way, he needs to get through Matt Ben immediately and get as much ground as possible. So does BT, in fact. Towards the front, a couple of drivers on the mediums still. We'll go to penalties. 3 drivers with penalties. Golden Sniper with 3 seconds on old tyres, pretty much towards the back. Hey Debobs and Basic Beetle with 3 seconds as well. Hey Debobs, once he pits onto the hards, will probably come out. Knocked my headset off. Probably come out in front of the Aston Martin of Golden Sniper. Nope. Of Reese Max. CSR Wolf. Interesting line there from him. He could have come across. He had all the room to do so, to come across and take the racing line. He decides to stay more inside. Does Bruno go for a move? He plays it safe, thankfully. TXT is flying. He is flying on the softs, and that is exactly what he needs to be doing. We'd be very interested to see where he's going to end up at the end of this stint. The issue is, though, that he's going to need to pit roughly the same time as the hard runners. Maybe it's a bit later. But still, I don't think he gets up to where he wants to be, realistically. Because he was obviously in that pack with Basic Beetle, and I don't think he catches. I don't think he makes up all that ground. But he's trying it anyway, and now 2 medium runners, Speedy and Hader Bobs, pit. And they will come out. Oh, and so does Brewdog off the mediums. Yeah, medium runners mostly pitting. Will Golden Sniper pit? He will not. Will Keegan pit? No, he will not. As these 4 hard runners towards the front. Obviously CSR Wolf, you wouldn't really say at the front. And he's currently getting hounded by TXT. He really does need to make the most of these fresh softs. And has he? He has 30.8. very quick time, and he needs to keep those lap times up. Clips. TXT clips onto CSR's rear. What's going to kill basic Beetle is going to be his 3-second time penalty. TXT needs to get past CSR Wolf, waste no time in doing so either. Oh, sorry, that's just not what I meant to do. It's TXT. He's going down the inside. And he does have the DRS, I think, as well. Very, very smart play from TXT there. Very, very smart play. And now, Kelston's going to be left behind on his new hards. His BT's coming through on his new softs. A very smart play from TXT to make sure he's alongside. So he's going to come out that corner ahead. As Keegan gets 10 seconds for speeding the pit lane, and now he retires. Devastating for the Red Bull driver, or the reserve that came in last minute. TXT now has some clean air. These are going to be crucial laps, because in a couple of laps you'll start feeling a little wear. The hards should still be running strong so far. As Daniel's now in the pits, off the hards. Onto the mediums, you'd assume. Onto the softs. Daniel, whoa, softs lasting 14 laps. I love what he's having. Jesus. But Daniel should still be flying, but softs is bold. As someone is coming out the pits, and it is, in fact, Daniel, and he's just coming out just ahead of BT and Kelston. Blue Dragon's in the pits. Onto the hards. Oh, apparently, yeah, 3 laps old hards that he started on. And he will come out in P14. My headset's going mad, so hopefully my mic doesn't sound too bad. Kelston. Ooh. Someone was weaving. But Kelston, really nice overtake there. Just carries all the speed in the world. So to get away from BT, who should be feeling the tyres wear a little bit. As TXT has gained significant time on Mr. L. But compared to where he was, he's not going to, realistically, he's not going to be up with Beetle. But the cow gets 3 seconds. CSR Wolf. Just using that ERS, the DRS. Straight Blue Dragon gets that move. There's a little battle brewing up in the middle. It's a shame Brewdog's not here. As Speedy almost clatters Kelston. He gets the move done. He just about avoids him. BT looking to maybe go 1 or 2 more laps, then go on to the mediums. And Speedy all the way around the outside. A little bit of contact. Kelsey's just watching this. Speedy almost clips BT. What will Speedy do what TXT did last time? Looks like he'll sit behind for now. Still will get the DRS. As BT going into the pits. As I said, yeah, the 2-stopper just doesn't really work. He was around P8. He's gone on to hards as well. He's gone on to hards. Hards for 12 laps. I mean, they won't tire. They won't wear as much, but you'd expect the mediums would have been the play. As Haley Bobs and Kelston side by side. Haley Bobs will take that inside. And he will lose the position as well. Take that inside and actually take P9. And with the penalty, don't forget. Reese Max 3 seconds. Haley Bobs will look to hang off the back of Kelston. As Kelston goes miles off, and now is when I'm going to use the phrase, I'm going to use the slander name of Kidney Stone. Kidney Stone, where's he going? As Basic Beetle pits, lap 17, could go on to the softs if he wanted, but the mediums are the safer option. Where will he come out? As he will come out, looks to be P6. On fresh mediums. The hard medium strategy, or the hard soft strategy, does mean that these drivers will have to be pushed down the pecking order a little bit, but then they'll have the fresh tyres in order to get past everyone. Currently, TXT is winning this race. However, he will need to stop again. Undoubtedly. And Daniel will probably need to stop again. You would doubt Daniel would stop again. As he clips the back of CSR Wolf. But both the soft runners are going to really struggle because TXT needs to pit again. And Daniel was going to have very worn tyres by the end of it. Matt Ben is looking pretty strong currently. I mean, my guess is it's realistically going to be Matt Ben and basically built for the title for the title. As TXT pits off of the softs. As I said, if you think about it, he was up with Basic Beetle. He's on to the hards. No! No! Oh, no! No! What? What? Did he have no tyres left? What? What? No! No, no, no. TXT are now on new hards. It's going to last 10 laps. And that does mean, surely, I mean, Kelston, same strategy as Matt Ben, but Matt Ben is far ahead. I'm not really sure what happened there. Turns out a couple of mares. Was it on the new hards? Not really sure. Just lost sight of Matt X Ben. As Daniel is now chasing Matt X Ben down. Just really depends how far Daniel can get up the road from Matt X Ben. Because there'll be a point next, I'd say 4 laps time, when Matt X Ben is going to then start gaining on Daniel. Basic Beetle is through. Mr. L, long stint on the hards, 19 laps. It's going to go on to the softs. I mean, you don't know with some of these strategies people are pulling out on the mediums. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. As Haley Bobs gets ahead of Kelston. Haley Bobs done well of this pit strategy, I've got to say. Beady on the 7 up old hards. But this is going to be a bit of a finale between these three. As I said, we would most definitely say that Basic Beetle's going to be the favourite here, but he does have the 3-second time penalty, so he'd need to get out. He'd realistically, in these next couple of laps, need to get away from Matt X Ben, because that's going to be the main threat, because Daniel, 3 lap older tyres than Basic Beetle. And the softs only really last. You've seen it here. People on the softs have just pit lap 8. It's Kelston battling with Haley Bobs. Maybe this is why he dropped so far back. It's Haley Bobs very, very safe. Or maybe he's just waiting for the DRS. TXT on the new hards. As in fact, towards the front, Daniel is away from Matt X Ben. He does really assume would have the... I mean, none of these front three have any ERS to work with. Haley Bobs and Kelston, historic battle, you've got to say. We'll go towards the back now. Just analyse towards the back. Reese Max, new softs. They're going to struggle the last couple of laps, but you should get the most out of these. He does have that 3-second time penalty. So he's just going to slot right behind Ryan on 16 lap old hards. Ryan, who's hit very early. And now Reese Max. Let's go around the outside. Ryan tries to stay alongside but can't. We're going to go further up. What is happening here? Brewdog loses the position to CSR Wolf, who's on the new softs. CSR Wolf's not had a bad race whatsoever. But it looks like he will just settle into P9. TXT and Kelston battling. As Daniel's now in the pits. See 7 lap old softs. Should have gone onto the mediums, man. Should have gone onto the mediums. And he is now going to slot far behind. I mean, he's now on the softs, so he will start to, he will have a lot of pace. And actually, for the lead, hold up, I missed this. Basic Beetle gets the move on Matt X Ben, and if he get out the DRS early, he could be sorted for this race. As I called, it's going to be between these two. Wait, Daniel pit? Hold up. Why is Daniel pit? On the oh, actually, no. Apologies. No. My bad. Yeah, those softs were not lasting full race. But yes, should have gone on to the mediums. Basic Beetle almost out the DRS of Matt X Ben, and the sooner he can do this, the better. Because that is going to be the fight for the title. Unless, obviously, anything major happens, like another penalty. TXT. Expect it's going to be between TXT. Mr. L actually on the new mediums. The battle for third is going to be quite juicy. Mr. L needs to try and evade these drivers swiftly. He's thinking about it. Mr. L sort of pins TXT into his place. Doesn't go for the move on Hayley Bolt. You already saw what happened when Mr. L tried to go on two positions at once. As TXT gets a time penalty. That's going to be crucial in this battle. Kelso could just pull along. Maybe he can... TXT but he stays in. As TCV Blue Dragon pit again. Onto the softs. I think he's going for fastest lap. Towards the front again. Basic Beetle almost out of the DRS of Max Ben. He's done a great job of staying within it. And the longer he stays in it, the higher chance that he is going to be the champion. Basic Beetle. His elite meanings will still feel fine for now. Doesn't have any ERS to work with. This is literally going to be a battle of tenths. Because if Basic Beetle could just get out of one DRS, he should be fine. The fact is, after going around the track, Matt X Ben just manages to find himself back into the DRS and just about within 1 second. Any mistake from Max Ben, and he doesn't take this race win, but it looks to be like he's just managing to stay in the DRS. Penalty could be huge as TXT gains the position on Hayley Bobs. Actually, we will stay on this battle here. Mr. L got through, but he's now being hounded by the hard runners behind him. Kelson loses it to Hayley Bobs. Oh, no, gains the position on Hayley Bobs. And now these two have lost the DRS to TXT and Mr. L, who can pull away if they really wanted to. They work together. You'd expect these two to pull away because they have the fresher tyres. And TXT just round the inside. Mr. L's going to hang it around the outside and going to keep P4. Very, very good race from Alpine. And once again, Matt X Ben is staying in the DRS. It looks to be, as he slides across, still has DRS, doesn't get the best exit, but still in that 1 second. And it looks to be that penalty for Basic Beetle is going to cost him this race win. Speedy's not gaining, but TXT is gaining of this little battle. These two. Oh, what's happened here? Impact still battling hard. But Mr. L and TXT are gone. Mr. L. Well, TXT is trying to get the gap to, say, Daniel Kelston. Trying to get that gap, the 3 second gap. Right now, he's towing along Mr. L. And they are both gaining on Speedy. So the battle for third could be between the Alpines. The battle for first. Let me quickly have a look at... Okay, Matt X Ben has got 1. He's got 2 track limits warnings. 1 more warning, and the race win is likely going to go to Basic Beetle, who doesn't actually have much ERS, so maybe it wouldn't. It looks to be in Matt X Ben's hands as long as he does not exceed the track limits. the longer this battle goes on, the more likely Basic Beetle's gonna lose, as long as Matt X Ben does not have get another track limits warning. As Daniel on the softs, on the 2-stopper. No. On the 1-stopper. No, 2-stopper. It was 2-stopper. Daniel on the 2-stopper. Looking. I mean, he's done well, but the battle for first could have been had. Daniel, you expect. He could finish as high as third here. Battle for third is close. Max Penn just needs to be careful. No track limits, it's a win. Because now it's surely too late for unless there's a major mistake from Max Ben. He should be able to stay within that 3 seconds. But of course, Beetle's going to be trying to push him to the limits, force him to make a mistake, whether that's going off the track or whether that is dropping out of DRS. As what has happened? Yellow flag. As the Ferrari's off and it's Daniel. I didn't see that. Daniel. Battling with, I'm guessing it was Mr. L, considering he's now 3 seconds behind TXT. And now the battle for third isn't really much of a battle. It shouldn't be. Speedy should have this. Another caution. Kelston, who's in the battle for the lead, 1 point. He's within DRS of Mr. L. Not the best exit. And him and Hayley Bobs just battling the whole race. But it looks like Kelston will get the better of Hayley Bobs. As on the penultimate lap. As you see, a couple of 2-stoppers. TXT was battling with Link for the lead. He's going to have to settle for realistically maybe P5, maybe P6. Kelston as well, he was battling for the lead on the 1-stopper. The softs just dying a little bit too soon. It just means that he had to go on the hards early. Doesn't quite get the full effect. He's going to have to settle for, again, that battle for P4 is very close. But right now, as the leading two, the only two really in this fight for the lead for most of the race, looks like it's going to be Matt X Benz to lose. That is, of course, unless after all this talk, basically people could have one of his warnings removed and then he's fine. But let's not pretend like that is the likely scenarios. Max Ben, he's going to go for the move. The last lap, he doesn't need to. In my opinion, unnecessarily battling. As now, Beetle can maybe force Max Ben into cutting the track limits. As Max Ben is trying to win on the track as well. Ultimate flex if he does. Beetle's mediums are now going to feel the tiredness, feel the wear. As TXT has got ahead of Speedy, but with that warning, doesn't mean too much, but it does mean that he may keep P4. As Max Ben has may or may not have just raced like an absolute champ. Medium hards. He didn't quite get away as we expected him to, but he stopped. But on those hards, he's managed to outperform Basic Beetle. He's managed to keep enough of a lead and stay within that DRS. Raced incredibly consistently throughout the whole of this race. And he will take it on track, and he will take it after Pens as well. Max Ben is your Bahrain Tier 5 Round 1 Bahrain winner. Basic Beetle, very close second. Raced incredibly well from him as well. But Max Ben staying with that DRS when the Beetle was on those new softs was crucial. Speedy will take P3. TXT P4 on the two-stopper, which is very impressive. Mr. L, half second back, also on the two-stopper, or no, he went onto the mediums. I feel like he could have gone to the softs. But yeah, strong performance from Alpine. Kelston P6, just got caught up battling with Hayley Bobs for too long, I reckon. But still very respectable P6. Hayley Bobs, reserve, strong performance from him, P7. CSR Wolf on the one-stopper, P8, very, very respectable. Daniel, unfortunate, in the Ferrari, P9. Brewdog P10 was there for most of the race. BT, what was that on? BT with 2 stops, yeah. That's what messed up for him. But yeah, BT in the Mercedes, P11. Then it was TTV Blue Dragon, P12. Blue Dragon's got P12 after doing 3 stops. Driver of the day in the game goes to Speedy. And behind Blue Dragon was Reese Max, Blithercow, Ryan, Ashton Army, Golden Sniper with the 6 seconds, and then Keegan with the DNF. As I mentioned at the start, Mercedes, Sauber and Alpine are going to be the teams towards the top. And guess what the podium is? Mercedes, Sauber and Alpine. But then the Alpine of Mr. L in P5 maybe will get punished for that early ascend, but still very, very strong race from Alpine. But yeah, very, very eventful race. Unfortunately, that to